to
told me
another
to
great.
unmute.
I muted you.
No,
so I could
it said
see.
that the host wants you to unmute.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you. So just leave it that way, sweetheart. Thank you all so much for coming and being on time. We really appreciate it. So we are going to go ahead and get started today for another great, we're going to start have another great session discussing our book, The Big Life Journal. But before we get started, we're going to do our Get Active segment. So let's go ahead and take it away, Brother Arif.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Great to see you again on this wonderful Saturday.
Alaikum salam.
All right, so we're going to get ready and get started with our first part of this program, which is let's get active. All right, so we're going to start with our usual, which is our hip warm-ups. And can everyone hear me?
Hang on, Brother Arif. Sister Zainab, can you stop sharing so we can see Brother Arif? Thank you.
All right. Can everyone see me now? Are we good to go?
Not yet, just a moment.
Okay. We're going to do hip warm-ups first.
All right. Yeah, we're good to go. Go ahead, Brother Arif.
All right, so we're gonna start off with our hip warm-ups, all right? And we're gonna do this for 10 seconds, all right? So our hip warm-ups are basically just moving our hips from left to right, all right? And we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good job, everyone. All right, and the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna run in place for 20 seconds. All right, so on the count of 5, we're gonna start running in place. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get those bodies moving. Let's get loose. Good job,
Cameras
everyone.
on, ladies and gentlemen. Rukaya, we need to see
Good
you.
job.
See?
10,
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Good job.
Guys.
Okay. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do our jumping jacks. All right. So on the count of 5, we're gonna start our jumping jacks. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everyone. And we're gonna do this for 15 seconds. 10, 9,
Tariq and
8,
Anwar, focus.
7,
On your feet. Let's
5,
go.
3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Good job. Good job. I know everyone's starting to get loose. All right, so let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going. No time to rest yet. So our next exercise is going to be reach and squats. And that's basically, we're going to start from the up position and we're going to reach down into a squat. All right, so we're going to do that for 10 seconds. All right, everyone ready in the ready position? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, good job. All right, so we have 2 more exercises. The following exercise is going to be the windmill. And we're going to start out like this. And we're just basically going to reach down to our opposite foot with each arm, all right? So we're going to do 15 seconds of those, all right? So on the count of 5, we're going to start 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go.
Good job, Tariq and Anwar. Good job, Naseem. Doing
10,
great.
9, 8,
We don't
7,
see you, Josiah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone. All right, we're almost there. So for our last exercise, we're just gonna basically do lunges. And what a lunge is basically we're gonna step forward, step down, come back up. We're gonna do it with the opposite leg as well. Step forward, step down, and step back, all right? So we're gonna do 15 seconds of those, all right? So on the count of 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, great job, everyone. Great job, everyone. Great seeing everyone again this weekend. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the activities for the day. And please, everyone, get something to drink really quickly. I would say I give you guys about a minute or two to get something to drink, and then the program is going to continue. So everyone enjoy your day again, and I'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Inshallah. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. So, folks, you have 1 minute to grab a cup of water, a bottle, something to drink, get hydrated, and get ready. So we'll reconvene at 2:10.
Oh, wait. Can I please use the bathroom?
Okay, go ahead. Thanks for setting that up, Sister Zainab. Can you go back to the rules and then, yeah, and then go to presentation mode.
That's fine.
Thank you, Mel. All right. All right, Tariq and Anwar, your filters are distracting, sweetheart. Can you please take them off? So guys, we have, looks like we have to add this to the rules. All right, Bismillah, let's go ahead and get started. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, once again. So let's review the rules, and I'm gonna add one more rule, maybe two more rules rather. Well, welcome to everyone. Quickly, okay, Josiah, hey Josiah, it's good to see you. All right, let me see. Zakia, please open up your camera. All right. So the first rule is be on time. Thank you so much to all those who were able to log on time. We appreciate it. Let's see. The second rule, Tariq, go ahead and read the second rule for us.
Find a quiet place and stay muted as needed.
All right, thank you so much. That really helps to reduce the background noise we may hear. So it's important that we all stay muted and only unmute when you have something to say, okay? And then the third rule
Which one do you think
is,
is flash
Naseem,
silver surfer?
Can you read the third rule, please, Naseem? Naseem, are you there?
Yes.
The third rule.
Identify yourself.
Identify yourself. That means please change your names if it's your mom or your dad's name that's on the name tag thing. So go ahead and check to make sure it has your name. Thank you so much. All right, Josiah, what's the fourth rule? Can you read that to us, please?
Be seen.
Be seen. Thank you so much, sir. And that means open up your cameras. We want to see your beautiful faces. Rakaya, I can't see you. Turn on your camera and keep it on. It's Zakia. Zakia, turn on your camera. Unless you need privacy, and then that's understandable. So appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Nassim, I can't see you very well. It looks like your tablet is tilted way too far back. So there you go. Thank you. The fifth rule, Hanif, can you read that for us, please?
Okay. Be respectful.
Be respectful. That means everyone's opinion counts, and we have to be respectful of everybody. We want to make sure everyone has a voice and everyone is able to be heard. Okay. I'm going to add two more rules because I've seen a lot of people violating this. So, rule number 6, no filters and no backgrounds. I know sometimes it's fun to do and your teachers allow it, but it's very distracting. Some people, some presenters are not able to focus. I'm one of them. I can't focus on you
I
when
couldn't go around it on my iPad.
I didn't hear you. Say that again, Josiah.
I couldn't do backgrounds because I'm on my
Okay, cool. Well, I don't mind that at all. So please, no backgrounds and no filters. They're very distracting. When it's time to have fun, you guys can go ahead and do that, and we'll let you know when you're able to do that. But usually, we just want to see your beautiful faces. And the last one is no writing on the board. I don't want anyone scribbling. It's also very distracting. So please refrain from doing that. Okay. All right. The next slide, Sister Zainab. Someone has a chat.
Wait,
Let me
how
see.
about you can write don't scribble on the board as needed. Like find
We
a
could
quiet
add,
place and stay muted as needed. Like what if we're all trying to connect things to other things? Like remember when the dentist came, we had to all connect like
absolutely. So
toothpaste
that
to something or a
you
brush.
make a yes, you make a good point, Tariq. So whenever we need you all to, we'll let you know when it's allowed. But generally speaking, it's not allowed. Okay. Okay. So that's fine. I see the chat says Zakia is not able to open up her camera just yet. So that's fine. I understand, and I know things like that will come up sometimes. Go into presentation mode, please, Sister Zainab. Thank you. So we've done the rules. Let's go next. We've had our active segment, and we have a new star. So I'm going to let the new star introduce herself. Rukaya, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit about you, your name, how old you are, and what do you like to do in your free time? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
My name is Ruqayya and I'm 12 years old. I like
Okay.
to draw
You like to
sometimes.
draw. Cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. Say hello to Rukaya and say welcome to Rukaya, everyone. Welcome to the group, sweetheart. All right. So next slide. We're going to go ahead and get started. Who got a chance to do their the take-home assignment, the take-home task with their journal buddy? Did everyone do that? I'm gonna look through. You can raise your hands up. All right, Hanif did his. Tariq and Anwar. Nasim, did you get to do it? I don't see your face, Nasim. All right. All right. So let's have Josiah share with us what you did with your partner. Tell us what you guys did on page 104. It says, think of a funny moment in your life, draw a comic strip about it. So tell us about the funny moment and you can show us if you're able to on the screen. Page 104. Oh, it's hard to see. You know what? When you're when mom is not driving, she can maybe take a picture of it and send it to us. It's hard to see.
Hold on.
All
Hello,
right,
I'm
so
sorry.
well,
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay, I'm good. Josiah just came from tennis practice and he's in the back seat.
Oh,
But
okay, no problem. That's
we're
fine. He can
about to
just tell us. Page
yeah, we're
104.
It's in page 104, Josiah.
Yeah, just tell me what it is you drew.
Here, take it and explain what you drew on page 104. Stop eating and talk.
Can I see what it is so I
Okay,
can
to me.
we can come back to Josiah. It's okay. We'll come back to Josiah. Go ahead. We'll come back to him. Tariq, go ahead and share with us what you did. Tariq?
A funny moment is like sometimes when I watch comedy, and sometimes when I watch Kung Fu Panda, because there's some funny moments in Kung Fu Panda.
Okay. So can you show us what you drew, your comic strip? Were you able to do that?
I only wrote comedy on my funny.
Oh, you just wrote it.
I
Okay,
only
no
wrote
problem.
comedy.
That's fine. How about your Anwar?
So I wrote three things.
You wrote what?
I wrote so the first one is about when my brother tells me funny things and I laugh. And the second one is when we see funny things.
All right, cool.
And
Thanks for
the
sharing.
last one is when I sometimes scare my brother and he doesn't be scared and then I still laugh.
Isn't that the other way
Cool.
around?
Well, cool. Thanks for sharing. Be careful there, though. I think Josiah is ready to share with us. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Josiah, if you're ready. Tell us about it. You're still muted, sweetheart. All right. So tell us about your comic strip.
So I drew a picture of but there's a funny moment that when we were in the middle of class
Mhm.
the teacher's pencil holder thing just fell on the floor and then
Okay.
had to clean it back up.
Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing, Josiah. Let's see who's next. Hanif, just go ahead and share your page 104. Think of a funny moment in your life and the comic strip you drew.
I brought my thing down here. I just don't know where it is. No, never mind. I found
Okay, your book
Right here.
disappeared? Okay, cool. Page 104.
Wait, no, this is really too. Right. All right. Think of a funny moment in life. Well, I didn't really draw a really good character thing. I couldn't think of like a good time, except for now when Tariq or Anwar, one of them, mentioned comedy. Then that's when I knew that when one time I was watching something and I started to laugh.
So when you guys are watching comedy or someone say something that's funny, you have a funny moment. All right, cool. Who else? Naseem, Medina. Welcome, Medina. Please share what you did with your journal buddy on page 104. All right, Medina's not available. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. We're going to get going. Thank you so much to those who are able to get some time to meet with their journal buddies. We appreciate it. So I'm going to turn it over to Sister Zainab now.
Okay, so what we're gonna do next is an icebreaker. So there are 2 icebreakers on the board here, and I'm just gonna choose a few of you to answer whichever question you would like to answer. So let me see. I'll start with Nasim. Can you choose one icebreaker and tell us what your answer is?
Okay.
So we have, if you bumped your car into someone else's but no one saw, what would you do? And then the second one is, if you could invite 3 people, living or dead, over for a party like this one, who would they be? So would you like to choose?
I'll probably choose if you can invite 3 people.
Okay, go ahead.
Probably my one, like my grandpa and my and like my grandfather. Like,
Okay.
uh, and probably like one of my uncles that I have never seen before.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you for sharing.
Go.
So why would you invite them, Nasim?
Cause
Why?
I can spend time with them.
Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. Tariq, sorry, Sister Zainab. Tariq and Anwar have their hands up. Go ahead, Tariq and Anwar. Are you just volunteering to go next?
So I choose if you bumped your car. So if I bumped my car into someone else's car, I would just back up my car and act like nothing happened.
What? How about me? So if I would do that. I would just go away from that accident and then just keep on driving.
Okay. You wouldn't maybe wait till, if no one was in the car, would you wait till the owner of the car came and apologized?
No, I'm like, if are you talking like just one bump or
Yeah, just one
a
bump.
huge accident?
Yeah, a bump that caused
Like just one bump? Like
Yeah, a
small
bump that caused a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
I
I'll just like back away.
I would just
and
stick to
then
mine.
I'll just like back away and then see what happened. If something bad happens with the car, I would just like maybe if something really bad happens with the car, like it didn't work anymore, I would just I don't know. I would just, if something really bad happens to the car and like maybe I broke the back camera of the car, and when someone parks and they can't see what's going on behind them, I would I don't know.
Well, for me, if that happened and the car was on fire,
What the heck?
Okay,
then
that's fine.
I'll just jump as high as I can.
Okay, thank you for sharing, guys.
All right, guys. So language, first of all, we're not gonna use that kind of language here, Tariq and Anwar. So mind your language, please, and be respectful, okay? All right, Sister Zana, did you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I'm a little concerned. If you bumped into someone's car and there's an accident, well, there's a bump or something. Well, I'm curious to see if anyone else would pick that, select that option and expand on that. What would you do? What's the right thing to do? Anyone else ready to go?
Mute.
Okay, let's see. All right, I'll choose Hanif. You can choose one.
If you bumped into a car, someone tells you, honestly, if I bumped into a car, what would I do? Well, the best thing to do is go tell the owner if you know the owner, or just, calls. No, just like wait there for the owner to come and check it out. And if you did some bad damage, well, it was your fault. You're the one who bumped into the car, so you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you should do. It's hard, but you should try your best to be honest and do the right thing. Okay, thank you for sharing, Hanif. Okay, I think I can choose a couple more people. I'll ask Rukaya to share.
In the car, if you bumped into someone.
Okay.
Probably I would just, if I accidentally bumped into someone and they weren't there, I would back out if it wasn't too much damage and then drive off. But if someone was there, I would just I would just mingle in the crowd and like act like I didn't know who did it.
Okay. But it would be better if you would try to do the right thing, because you have to act as if the way you'd like someone to act if it happened to you. So, okay, thank you for sharing. I'll choose one last person. Let me see. Mu'min, would you like to share with us?
I would say sorry.
Okay, you would say sorry to the person you bumped into?
Wait,
Yes.
you're just gonna say sorry, nothing else?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Oh, I once watched something like Judge Judy, and there was once a young lady screaming in an old lady's face because
Tarek and
that
Anwar,
like
you need to wait for
Eric
your
and
turn.
Anwar,
You need to raise
yes,
your
you're,
hand.
thank you. And you're not being respectful, sweetheart. You have to wait for your turn. Sister Zainab has to pick on you first before you start speaking. Please, thank you. So that was the last person, wasn't it, Sister Zainab?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. So I want to address this a little bit. We heard some interesting responses, subhanAllah. So hang on. So if you bumped into your car into someone else's, but no one saw, what would you do? Well, someone made a good point. Is it just like a tap, nothing happened, or is a bump where you see some damage? Well, if it's a tap and it's, you check it out and there's nothing, it might be okay to go ahead and drive off, because nothing happened. But if you have a bump, I think you absolutely need to wait and try to meet with the car owner and say sorry at the very least. Or if you're not able to, some other things you could do is maybe leave a note for that person and put it on their car. I'm really sorry, I bumped into you. Here's my phone number. You know, even if the person doesn't see you, you know who sees you? God sees you. So you might get away with it for a slight moment, but you're not getting away with it really because God sees you. Okay. So that's just something we have to all keep in mind. Does that make sense? Let me see. Someone put something in the chat. Let's see what they're saying. So Tariq says, I have a comment. Okay, Tariq, unmute yourself and comment, as long as you're being respectful, Tariq, okay,
Okay.
and Anwar.
Well, I
Go
once
ahead.
watched Judge Judy, and there was a
Mhm.
young lady screaming in an old lady's face because the lady that the young lady was screaming at kind of bumped the young lady's dad's car. And there was like some space between the lights and the car, but that wasn't really like any damage, but she still screamed in her face
Okay.
because of that small little accident. And she kept on going to the old lady's door screaming at her.
Okay. So Tariq, the fact that they are in court, because it's George Judy and it's in court, I'm
Yeah,
even
Judge Judy
surprised.
is court.
I know. I'm actually surprised to watch that show. I don't think it's for kids, but if the fact that they're in court, it means that it was a bad enough damage for the person who owns the car. You don't get to decide if it's bad enough necessarily. If there's a dent, it's obvious that there's something going on. They get to decide, oh yeah, it's bad enough for me to take you to court. The idea and hope is that we don't ever get to that situation where someone takes us to court. Okay. So thanks for sharing that. Josiah has his hand up. Go ahead and unmute Josiah.
Can I turn?
Go ahead. What did you have something to say, Josiah?
Could I get a turn?
Oh, you want to get a turn? Go ahead, sweetheart. Okay. We had called the last person, but go ahead and get a turn.
I think I would go with the small one. And if the police came and told me what happened, I would actually tell the truth.
Thank you so much, Josiah. That's being honest. And those are some of the characteristics we want to have. We want to be honest and kind. So if you mistakenly did something bad to someone else's property, you definitely want to apologize. You definitely want to let them know how sorry you are and try to fix it however best you can. That's the right thing to do. Thanks for sharing, Josiah. All right, so next slide, let's go ahead and get into it. For today's topic, we're going to talk about effort is key. So let's have the PDF up. So we're going to talk about how we can put in effort in order to succeed in whatever it is we're doing. You still have the PowerPoint up, Sister Zainab. Try again.
Sorry about that.
No problem. All righty. While she's doing that, everyone, those who have their books, get out your book and turn to page 108. We're actually going to start from 108, sister. That's a little further back. Go back. Yeah. All right. Can you make it bigger? Can't see very well. Do a full screen share.
Okay. I think that's the biggest I can make it.
That's the biggest? Okay. I can't read that. I'm going to have to read from my book. Hopefully others can see. They probably can see it. It's just the way my computer's set up. All right. Effort is key, part 1. We learn and get better at things by putting forth effort. Putting forth effort means practicing, working hard, and trying different strategies. We talked about strategies the other day, so let's see how much we can remember. So next page, page 108. We're all going to be each other's journal buddies today. So can I have Naseem? Can you read that first paragraph, please? Where's Mr. Naseem? Oh, he dropped off, I think. Okay, let's have Medina.
What did you do?
Medina, please read the first paragraph. All right. I don't see
Effort the size of Everest. Growing up, a urine possum band was a true mountain girl. She loved to walk, run, and even climb up the rocky peaks near her house in the hills of northern Spain.
Okay, thank you. That wasn't very clear, sweetheart. I think you had like wind blowing. I'll read it again so everyone can hear. This is actually page 111 we have on the screen.
Effort the size of Everest. Growing up, Adrian Possum was a true mountain girl. She loved to walk, run, and even climb up the rocky peaks near her house in the hills of northern Spain.
Thank you. That was much better. Thank you so much. All right, next paragraph. Let's have Rokhaya unmute and read to us. She loved the feeling. Unmute yourself, Rokhaya. You're muted. Okay.
The
Read the second
page.
paragraph.
And the
It's page
page.
111, the second paragraph on the screen.
She loved the feeling of climbing higher each time and looking back at the tiny houses dotted across the valley below. By the time she was 14, a journey had joined a mountaineering club and was already climbing with adults. As reward for her hard work, a journey was chosen for the adventure of a lifetime to climb a 6,000 meter peak, equivalent to 55 football fields in South America.
Thank you very much. Hanif, next paragraph.
When she wasn't mountain climbing, she was competing in triathlons to increase her core strength and endurance, swimming, cycling, running, and did everything she could to prepare her body for tough challenges.
MashaAllah. Next paragraph. Let's see. Josiah?
Is it the top one?
The last paragraph, sweetheart. Adjourned then decided.
Right here.
Adjourned then decided it was time to
Conquer.
Camera's moving.
Oh, sorry.
conquer Mount
Everest.
And during the team's preparation for the expedition, Adrian felt strong. They had done many months of hard training.
Good job, bro.
Thank you very much. That was a good job indeed. All right, next page. Let's see. Tariq. Well, actually, Anwar. Let Anwar read the first paragraph. If the trip was successful.
If the trip was successful, Adorn was going to be the first woman to climb all 14 of the world's tallest mountains without extra oxygen. Many climbers need to use oxygen tanks to help them breathe. Due to the low oxygen levels at high altitudes.
Thank you, Anwar. Okay, hang on.
Okay. However, as the team reached the final part of the climb, 2 members of her team became ill As team leader, Enduring made the decision to pause the expedition so her teammates could rest and receive extra oxygen. At this point, she was left with a difficult decision. Should she continue climbing to achieve the world record?
All right. So
Enduring was
next,
so close to the peak.
hold on,
and
hold on,
could see
hold on.
other expeditions.
Tariq, you have to listen, sweetheart. You have to listen. Someone else needs to get a chance to read the next paragraph. Let's see who else is on. Zakia, are you ready? All right. Go ahead and read the next paragraph, Zakia. A journey was so close.
Um, Adern was so close to the peak and could see the other expeditions reaching the top, but she decided to focus all of her efforts on saving her teammate.
All right, I'll read the next one. Her team helped the two sick climbers down the mountain where they were taken to safety. Even though Aderney didn't succeed in reaching the peak, all her effort gained her something else equally important. Her teammates were safe. All right. Mo'min, next paragraph.
After many years of climbing the world's highest peaks, Adern remains an ambitious climber who put all her efforts in every expedition. Her new goal is to cross the Himalayan mountains on foot. She continues to reach for new heights every day and take care of her teammates.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. So now we're going to do this together. If you were to climb Mount Everest, what are the top 3 things you would take with you? A waterproof backpack, warm clothing, your favorite snacks, or something else? Write down and draw your top 3 things below. So let's take 2 minutes to do that. Go ahead and write that down. If you don't have the book, just grab a sheet of paper and write down and draw also the top 3 things you will bring on a mountain climbing expedition. So let's go. 3 minutes. Let me think of what I would bring. Okay, if you're ready, just hang tight. We'll give folks about 2 more minutes.
I'm not ready. I just need a question.
Okay, you have a question, Tariq and Anwar?
So what are the little boxes for?
Oopsies.
It's just on the line. You don't have to do anything with the box. Just write the name of what it is you're going to bring on the line, and then you draw it where it says drawing. Those are maybe to check off, saying, yeah, you're going to bring this, this, and this. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Okay.
Its usefulness. Cool. 1 more minute, guys. All right, so that's time. So let's see. Nassim, share with us, what are the 3 things you would bring? Remember, you're going, I was going to just remind you, you're going up the mountain.
I'd probably bring warm clothing, food, and a tent.
And a tent. Ooh, I didn't think of that. Good job. Thanks for sharing. How about you, Rakaya? What are the 3 things you would bring? I'll mute Rakaya. What are the 3 things you would bring?
Would what was the question again?
If you were to climb Mount Everest, what are the top 3 things you would take with you? A waterproof backpack, warm clothing, your favorite snacks, or something else? It's asking you to write them and draw them.
Would bring I would bring warm clothes,
Okay,
water, and food.
Okay, and food, definitely. Warm clothing, water, and food. Thanks for sharing. Josiah, you have your hands up. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I think it might get a bigger view of it with this. Okay. Go ahead, Josiah. Unmute yourself and tell us what you would bring.
I would bring a grappling hook, water, and food.
What kind of hook?
Grappling hook.
Grappling hook. Never heard of that. I guess that would help hold down your tent.
And then I could climb the mountain easier.
Oh, I see. Like okay, got it. I see.
And then when you get to something, like if the grappling hook reaches all the way to the top, the pointy thing, and then if it goes all the way to the top and you're all the way to the bottom, you can just hold on and then it would bring you all the way up.
All right, cool. I learned something new. Thanks for
That's
sharing
what
that.
I'm talking about.
Thanks for sharing. All right, so who is next? Let's see. Hanif, what are the 3 things you would bring?
Honestly, I'm not trying to die, so it's more than 3 things.
Okay, well, give us just 3, your top 3 things that's going to help keep you alive.
Okay. A compass, a helmet, boots, a warm jacket, and food, water.
Okay. All right,
and
that's way more than 3, but we get the point. You definitely want to be safe. Well, for me, I had put some things down. I definitely will bring some of my favorite snacks, like you said, because it's important. Food and snacks. I would bring extra socks because I don't like my toes being cold. I go hiking and I get that a lot, like cold feet, like your feet are literally cold. And the third thing I would
You're muted.
I'm sorry. I didn't, you're talking. I didn't know I was muted. Okay. So 3 things, favorite snacks and food, extra socks because I don't want my feet to get too cold, and I'll bring my audiobooks. I love listening to audiobooks as I work out when I go outside. Would anyone else like to share with us before we move along? Unmute yourself and go ahead and speak. If not, we'll move on to the next page. Let's see. Effort is key, part 2. So
We didn't ask.
Pardon me? I didn't see who spoke. I'm sorry. It's hard to see this way. Oh, Josiah. Josiah, you already added. Tariq and Anwar, you have your hands raised. What is it?
So we did. So mine. So I would bring some snacks in case I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I would bring oxygen.
Oxygen,
I would
okay.
bring some nice clothing like jeans.
Didn't you say warm stuff?
Then I change
Okay.
it to clothing
So-
like jeans, shoes, shirts, hoodies, jackets.
All right. Cool. Thanks for sharing. Hang on.
Thank you so-
Anwar,
What?
thank you so much. Would anyone else like to go? I don't see hands up. All right. So we're going to move on to the next page. What happens when you do something over and over again? Oh, Aisha, thanks for joining us. Let's have Aisha read that first paragraph. Can you read that to us, please? Imagine you're standing. Unmute yourself. Aisha's not ready. All right, how about Naseem? Okay, let's try Medina. Medina, can you read that first paragraph to us, please? Unmute yourself.
Imagine you are standing in front of a big field of tall grass and you need to cross to the other side. The first time you try, you might have to work your way through, but you will get there.
All right, and it shows a picture of someone saying, this is hard, but eventually you get there. All right, the next, right below that, let's have Rukaya read that. When you do it again.
When you do it again, it becomes a little easier, and each time you cross the field, you find it becomes easier until you have created a clear path.
All righty, now he's saying, I've done this many times. It is easy now. All right, cool. Next page, let's see. Hanif, can you read that to us?
The same thing happens inside your brain. The cells inside your brain create new path or pathway between each other when you learn something new.
All right,
Every
thanks for
time
that.
you
Okay, go ahead.
every time you practice, a special single
Signal.
travels along this pathway.
Signal, thank you. All right, Josiah, go ahead and read what's in that purple ribbon. The more you practice.
You practice, the easier it is for a single to travel because the pathway becomes clearer.
Good job, bro.
Very good. Thank you, buddy.
Same thing over again, you won't learn a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you do something over and over and over again, you eventually become so good at it, it becomes much easier because now you have a pathway from point A to point B. All right. So what is one thing you need to practice to form a pathway in your brain? So let's brainstorm really quickly. What's that one thing you need to practice some more in order for it to form a pathway in your brain? Raise your hand if you'd like to share with us. All right, I see Hanif's hand. Go ahead, Hanif.
You need to practice first.
Okay, what is it you need to practice?
You need to practice.
Give us an example of what it is you want to do.
So, for example, if I want to, let's say, log into something. And then every single time you have to do it. You either memorize the passcode or, you have to memorize the passcode. So if you have to keep asking someone, it will get annoying to the other person. So you need to memorize it.
All right, cool. Thank you. How about you, Josiah?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
You forgot. Okay. Anyone else? All right. That's a good example. I want to say maybe if you're learning new moves in gymnastics, for example, you may have to practice over and over and over again until your brain makes that connection and your body follows. So it's easier for you to do it. Or if it's, maybe learning how to write cursive or tying your shoes, just a few of the things you may be learning at your age, and it gets easier as you practice over and over. Okay. All right, cool. So when you work on something, it is important to do your best and take pride in your work. So we're going to do this together with our journal buddy. Let me see. Okay, so describe a time when you did your best and felt proud of your work. So take a moment, just 2 minutes, to think, I did my best when blank. And then when you did your best, check off the things that you did to help you do a great job. All right. So think about a time when you did your best. Hanif is ready. Hang tight. Medina Mu'min, are you ready? And Nafisa and Naseem, sorry, and Aisha as well. Are you guys ready? And Zakia. I don't see you guys. It's hard to tell what's going on. All right. So let's have Josiah go first. One time when you did your best, share with us. Unmute, Josiah. All
Doing
right.
my chores.
Doing your chores?
Yes.
All right. So what did you do when you did your best? What are the things you did? Did you ask questions? Did you take your time? Did you check your work?
I took my time to do my chores.
All right. And you did a great job with that.
I tried to do one at times so I could get it right. But if I do it too fast, I would mess up.
All right. That's a great strategy. Just taking your time, making sure you take every step and do it right. All right, Hanif, go ahead and share with us.
The first time was when I was building my computer.
Oh yeah, you built a whole computer, didn't you? So what did you do to help you get there?
Basically did all of them. I asked questions. I also took my time. I checked my work to see if all the pieces were rightly put together. I kept going when it started getting hard and confusing. And then I also asked for help, from my teacher.
Cool. So when I do my best, I feel, how did you feel, Hanif?
Felt happy.
The first one? Cool. Great, thanks. Anyone else? Let's see. Naseem, you're finally on. So can you share with us a time you did your best and you felt very proud?
When I do schoolwork.
When you do schoolwork. And when you do your best, what are some of the steps you took to get there?
Ask questions, keep going, take my time, ask for help and check my work.
All right. And which of the faces did you best describes how you feel?
The first one and the third one.
The first and the third one. Yay, good. That's great. So do your best until you make yourself proud. So that's very key. Remember, you're doing this for yourself. All right. So here is our, okay, Tariq and Anwar, you have your hands raised. Go ahead and unmute.
So I did my best when I was the top leader in Epic. Epic is a technology thing that I was be able to read.
Okay, mashallah.
And sometimes when I read
okay. I can't really see you, Anwar. You have to come in the camera frame. And
so,
Tariq, can you be quiet so we can hear?
So when I was there, when I was reading, when I read 2 comic books. I tried my best to not complain about those long books. So and then I kept going when it's hard to finish all those books.
All right, cool. So
And
you
when
kept
I did
going.
my best, I felt happy and excited.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. All right, so go ahead and you're muted again. All right, so do your best again, like I said, until you make yourself proud. So here's our take-home task. Go ahead, I'm gonna stop sharing. Go ahead and share, please, Sister Zainab. Let's see the PowerPoint. That's not a problem at all. Thanks for letting us know that, honey. All right, guys. So that is pretty much it for today. And the next time we'll meet is March 20th, inshallah. We'll see you all. So happy parents. We'll share the journal buddies with your parents and try to meet up with your journal buddy. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. You didn't get Aisha. I didn't write Aisha. So we might have to redo it because Aisha, and so we can split up Tariq and Anwar. One of them can have Aisha.
Yes.
All right, cool. Thank you. All righty. So we'll see you again. Guys, Tariq and Anwar, you have to stay muted and respectful. You guys really have to remember that. All right. So we'll share this with your parents, inshallah. And the next meeting is March 20th. So we'll see you guys then. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Shadu la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam.